Tom, we've got quite a few things happening in SA, in this great state. This one is quite unfortunate, though. A popular pub, the Austral, in the city here, down Rundle Street, is looking like it could be at a chance of closure.
Yes, I did hear about this, actually. Is it actually a risk of closure, or is it just a bit of a dispute between the landlord?
It's at the dispute level at the moment, so nothing's going through to properly say it's going to close. So I don't think people have to worry too much, but it's just in that risk level where pretty much the owners at the moment put in a kind of like petition thing to have the pub for another 5 years and do renovations and stuff like that. And then the landlord is claiming they didn't get that petition. And, you know, there's all this dispute, legal stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't receive letters. They didn't receive notices. And, you know, so it's a whole legal battle worth about $100,000 at the moment.
Right, $100,000. I mean, that would... In the grand scheme of things, $100,000 probably doesn't sound like a hell of a lot of money here with this business, especially with the Austral there on Rundle Street.
Sure.
I mean, perfect place for a pub. Always very busy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, maybe just pay the $100,000.
Yeah, hopefully
Keep
they
it
can
going.
find their fee. I think, there's all other legal stuff on top of that. Also, in SA news, this one's a bit of fun. I mean, everyone wishes they could rock up somewhere in a helicopter and just drop down. What an entrance, right? Well, that's
how I constantly think. Whenever I'm in my car, I'm like, God damn, I wish this had rotary blades.
This four-wheel monster I drive in. Why can't I be in a chopper?
Take me to the skies already.
But over in Burnside Shopping Centre, 8:50 a.m. on Sunday morning, a helicopter just flew down and parked there, right? And everyone's thinking, what billionaire has dropped in?
Bill Gates is in town.
Things that can roll into Adelaide and just get out of a helicopter and park at Burnside, do your shopping. But no, it's come out that it is a part of their expansion and they're using the helicopter to lift plants and equipment and things like that. Because the expansion, I didn't realise how big it is seeing Burnside Shopping Centre adding another 80 shops.
Wow.
And pretty much doubling the footprint of Burnside as a whole.
It's on track, isn't it, for Burnside to be using a helicopter to fly plants up?
Oh, you would.
You ever heard of a crane?
Driver wearing a Tommy Hilfiger, you know, the whole aesthetic would be there. And as well, Tom, in entertainment news over in America, there's looking like there could be hints at a Modern Family reunion.
Yeah, we love Modern Family here on the show.
We do. So a few little hints have gone around, some pictures online. Jesse Tyler Ferguson, who plays Mitch, put up a picture sort of alluding to the fact that there could be a reunion. The show finished in 2020, so yeah, a few years later down the track, they might do something.
Yeah, that'd be great. Would love to see them do a little reunion episode, see what all the characters are up to.
What the gang is up to. Get the squad back together, the family.
Hey, that's everything that happened overnight and over the weekend. Of course, we will be talking about the AFL in full after 9 o'clock, so stick around if you want to find out who's winning our AFL tipping competition. In the lead for that $1,000 to Thirsty Camel.
Massive, get around it.
We went out for dinner on O'Connell Street just late last week. It was, what was it, Thursday night?
Thursday night, yeah.
Yeah, and we're in a restaurant that neither of us had been to before, so it was all very new to us.
Yeah.
And there is always the issue of finding the bathroom in a new place.
Oh, it's an awkward one, especially if it's a big restaurant, lots of doors everywhere, a bit of a maze, a labyrinth, you could say, in that restaurant.
It really wasn't. There was a big sign.
There's two options. There's two ways you could go, really.
There's a big sign, but you missed that and decided you were just going to wing it and hope for the best, and you walked one direction and you've walked right into their open kitchen.
Yeah, it was a weird one. I looked around and I thought, why does the toilet look like a deep fryer? Why is there a pizza in the sink? The whole thing was a bit bizarre. And I thought, what a strange bathroom to walk into.
Why are there so many people here to help me?
Are you guys the butlers or?
Now, you went in there. Did anyone say anything to you? Or did they anything? I just sort of look at you.
But it was one of those, I was in such a haze when I walked in that you're not really paying attention because you're just kind of just going into the bathroom thinking that's it. So I properly put my foot into the kitchen, and I kid you not, about like 8 different chefs turned around and looked at me. One was literally throwing a pizza in the air at the time. And then I stared at them in the eyes and I thought, my bad, and then walked out the door.
Yeah.
But it definitely took them by surprise as well.
Well, what I want to do is open up the phone lines. 1300 73 73 74. Where'd you go that you shouldn't have?
I mean, because there's so many doors, things like that. I mean, our producer, Bo, told us a story before saying that when he DJs, there was one time a girl, and he said it actually happens a few times, but this one in particular, someone came up to him and said, "Can I have a vodka soda?" while he was DJing, thinking that was the bar area.
Yeah.
And he turned around and said, "What the hell is wrong with you?" Well, he didn't say that. He's a nice guy, but but he was like, "It's a bit odd. Obviously, I'm DJing. I've got decks here and everything. I'm not running a bar." So it happens all the time, especially maybe after a few drinks, you're in a restaurant, things like that.
Yeah, it does. You know, sometimes doors aren't labelled clearly enough. You don't know where you're going. So we want to open up the phone lines. Where did you go that you shouldn't have? Where did you end up and thought, well, I'm definitely not meant to be back here?
How is it, you know, some of those bars or restaurants, when you go out one of the doors for the bathroom and you end up in their alleyway by the bins?
Yeah.
You think, how did I...
And it locks you out as well.
Not only did I go to the wrong room, but I'm actually outside of the premises now. How do I get back in?
Where'd you go that you shouldn't have? Somebody's texted in saying, "Morning, boys. I fell asleep in a fireplace at a certain pub. I woke up to find the place was all locked up with no one there. Tried to see myself out. Alarm went off. It was the sharpest, most piercing sound and had to sit through it till someone came to let me out."
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Luckily, I don't know, no one saw him in the fireplace.
I mean, if you've fallen asleep in a fireplace, the last thing you want is an alarm.
A piercing alarm.
That you can't turn off.
Just try and do the code. Try and work some magic. Have a punt. This one here, Tom, it was on purpose, but I snuck into someone's 21st. Made such a good impression on the family when they found out it wasn't me to be there. They'd let me stay all night. I can guarantee that whenever someone says I crashed a party but they loved me, they didn't.
They did not.
They
Stop
absolutely
doing it.
wanted you gone.
Yes.
And they probably called the cops, but you left before they arrived.
Another text here. Another pub, old school pub in the city. Took a wrong turn to the bathroom upstairs. Ended up in the spookiest part of the hotel. Thought I saw a person in the shadows. Ended up finding out the place is haunted.
Could just be the maintenance guy. Could be anyone. Maybe not even a ghost.
Someone else took a wrong turn.
Yeah, they're both just lost, both scared of each other though, thinking they're ghosts, don't want to talk or communicate to get out. This one here, quite a simple one. Wrong toilet, we've all been there. No urinals, too many cubicles.
Yeah, like we were saying, sometimes it is tough to figure out which one you're meant to go into, but you always know. As a man, you always know when you see the urinals, and I suppose as a woman, you always know when you see the urinals.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you've taken a wrong turn somewhere.
Exactly.
Another text here, backstage. I was trying to go to the Smokers, went down an alleyway, and was backstage of a gig getting mad looks of VIPs.
See, that sounds like a great one though. I mean, you get to go backstage if you have enough confidence.
You've
stay for a
somehow
little
made
bit.
it past the security to get backstage.
Either really bad security or the band likes you for whatever reason.
Live it up.
Yeah.
Live it up.
This one here, I walked into the wrong wedding.
Oh.
There were multiple function rooms at a venue and I walked into the wrong one mid-speeches. Oops.
That's the worst because, you know, if they were mid-speeches, you've opened that door, everyone's turned around and looking at you.
Yeah,
and
what a sight.
You're looking for one person you know.
You better have brought a gift, a wedding gift.
Come, I have to chat to you about emotions. Jealousy, right? It's known as the ugly emotion. Brings out the absolute worst in people, but what if I told you it didn't bring out the worst in just people?
Well, what are you saying?
I'm saying that in Russia, a Russian monkey going by the handle Garrick has reportedly gone on a jealous, drunken rampage.
Right, so, yeah, he's taken a leaf out of the book of someone down Hindley Street, you know, having a few drinks, getting a bit rowdy. What's happened with Garrick?
Well, his owner left his cage unlocked. He got out, he found an open whiskey bottle, guzzled that whole thing down.
It really is very funny, isn't it? How because everyone goes on about the DNA of monkeys and things like that, how similar they are to humans.
Yeah.
But their behaviour as well is quite on par. Seeing that bottle of whiskey and getting drunk off that, it is interesting that they go for it.
Yeah, well, he's jealous. He's feeling a bit down. He's hit the bottle. Remember to drink responsibly, of course.
And
this
that's
is
to the
monkey.
That's to the monkeys out there too. If you're thinking of having a drink, just take it easy.
So after he polished off this bottle of whiskey, Garrick has walked outside and then just gone on a rampage. He's bitten several people.
Garrick, what are you doing?
Yeah, they've tried to lure him with some cookies, and then he just started eating cookies, and then attacked the person who was trying to lure them with the cookies. Took all the cookies from that guy and then ran off again. He bit a journalist on the lip.
Oh, no.
All these people are fine. They've all been treated for rabies as well. They've had shots and stuff. But he's just gone absolutely crazy. It took 3 men to restrain this monkey.
3 guys to take down Garrick.
And that's not even 3 regular men. That's 3 Russian men, okay?
These are big guys,
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't realise Planet of the Apes was a documentary. All starts with Garrick having a sip on the booze.
Yeah. He went went up to some guy's garden bed and ripped out all his tulips.
Oh, well, that's just not on. You know, violence is one thing and having to get pinned down, but ripping out someone's garden that they've spent hours working on, that's horrific.
I think he even ate a couple of the tulips.
Oh, what's wrong with him? So how did they detain him? What, they used these sugar biscuits to lure him and then grabbed him?
3 men restrained him and then they took him into a veterinary clinic. But, you know, why is Garrick such a menace? Why is this monkey such a menace? It all started 2 years ago when his owner got married and he started getting jealous that the new partner was getting all the attention.
So he actually got the hots for a human and got jealous over their relationship.
He got jealous over their relationship and now he's been shipped off to the zoo.
Garrick, you petty little monkey. Now you see what happens to you. I do love that this fierce big monkey just gets lured by sugar biscuits in the end. That's his kryptonite. Tom, there's heaps of things in SA we absolutely love. I mean, we're one of those states. We have heaps of pride for all of our different things. We love showing it off when tourists come around.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one of our producers, our new producer, Bo from Geelong, he is here in the studio right now. Welcome, Bo.
Boys, how are we?
Now, we sent you on a little bit of a mission. You know, we said, hey, while you're down here for the next few months, you should check out a few things that SA has to offer, a few of the classic staples.
Yeah, you gave me a list and it was pretty good. There was a few things on there that I went and checked out over the weekend.
Yeah.
Some more interesting than others. I reckon interesting's the best word.
Yeah, so whereabouts did you go?
Went out to Handorf.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Look, it was cool. There was a lot there that I was kind of like, oh yeah, sweet, don't need to go into that place. But
yeah. There's quite a few novelties.
You know what, which was cool, but like I'm not super antique-y, so
Sure,
if you're into it, that would have been wicked.
I agree. I think if you're furnishing a house, Handorf is great. And if you love hot dogs, also great. But, you know, other than that, probably not.
Well, I didn't need any more artwork.
Yeah.
I was in the gallery like, nah, probably don't need it.
Yeah, sure. What else did you check out then?
Checked out a pretzel.
Yep.
They were interesting. But the thing that really caught me over the weekend was I checked out a pie floater.
Okay.
Oh, you got around the pie floater.
This is interesting. Obviously, the pie floater with the mashy peas and stuff like that in the gravy.
It's a staple part of SA.
Yeah, it's a huge thing of SA.
It was the one thing that everyone was. Yeah.
What did you think?
Look, interesting's the best word for it. I'm not a pea person. So, I'm not a pea person. I thought it was a bit strange, but like I understand the hype if you like peas.
Yeah.
I just thought the texture was real weird.
So
to be honest,
like I heard in the corridors you talking some pretty harsh things about the pie floater. Actually,
Whoa.
I reckon you're simmering it down because you don't want the SA gov coming after you.
Well, you got to get people on side, mate.
Yeah,
you can't turn them all against you.
Bo, I'm with you, mate. I'm not a big pea fan.
I'll let you know. I don't like it either. I think what you'll find, Bo, is there's a lot of people that it is a polarizing one. A lot of people don't get around the pie floater here in SA as much as there's all other people that do. It is a weird one.
Well, I heard about it so much before I came. It was literally the one thing that everyone was like, "Oi, you're going to SA, you got to try this." And I was kind of like, "Why?" Like, I go, "This sounds weird, but sure, I'll have a crack." And yeah,
wasn't for you.
Wasn't for me.
Fair enough. Hey, look, what we want to do is open up the phone lines here, Callum. Talk about all the things that aren't great about here in SA and see if we can handball them off to Bo and Victoria.
Well, let's make it,
Geelong will just absorb all the stuff.
Yeah.
The home of the pie floater and
worries.
Geelong Cats.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot more room than us. It seems bigger.
Well, I mean, let's make this state even better, Tom. We're not bashing down on SA, but let's have a discussion about what we can handball and palm off to Victoria that we don't want here in SA. Is it the pie floater? Is it something gross like the Torrens water, you know?
Hey, for what it's worth, I'm taking your level crossing timers because they're unreal.
What, the street crossing
timers?
timers?
Yeah, the pedestrian ones. I know how long I've got. I'm taking
That's one you're not taking.
Don't
we
be
love having a
crazy.
timer as we go across the road.
Very handy, actually. You don't have that in Victoria.
No, we're weird, mate.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what Callum said off there, the Britannia roundabout. I don't know how you plan on moving it to Victoria, but get rid of that thing.
We're going to need a truckload of the top engineers in the country to move that one. But yeah, let's palm it off. No one likes the Britannia.
Give us a buzz now, Adelaide, 1300 737374. What would you like to handball from SA over to Victoria? Hey, we got Cara from Glenelg North on the line at the moment. Cara, good morning. How are you going?
Hi. I don't think you could do this, but I'd like to get rid of South Road Roadworks.
Roadworks,
Ooh,
okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of roadworks going on at the moment as well, Cara.
Yeah, if we could get a more efficient team, maybe, the guys that filled that sinkhole in Japan in 6 days.
Yep.
And then just get the rest over to Victoria they can argue about the Grand Prix for a while.
Hey, I'm absolutely for that, Cara. Move the annoying roadworks. We have heaps here. The new bike path have been built, stuff like that.
Are you happy to take the roadworks with you, mate?
Look, I don't know if we've got room for them. We've got too many already.
it's
our
pretty
roads
bad.
are 10 times
No,
worse.
you can take them along. Hey, Cara, thanks for getting involved.
We got a bunch of texts in on the text line, all the things that you want to palm off to Bo. Let's see if you'll take them. We've got, they can have our housing prices from Jim.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, I'll take them. They're way
skyrocketing.
better than ours.
Do you reckon?
Really?
Yeah. I reckon your median, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I reckon your median would be a lot better than ours.
Right, okay.
Well, we'll have to look into that.
your rental
You'll
market is.
take it then, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's texted in here. They can have all the musicians skipping our state. Spoiler alert, I think they already do get the musicians that are skipping our state in Victoria. So
Yeah, we do. We're pretty lucky with that.
Not too bad. And see,
you can have them.
I
Stuff
thought
them.
Geelong as well was a bit outside of Melbourne, so you might not go all the way to Melbourne
It's like
for a
an
concert.
hour.
It is literally an hour on the train or something, right?
Yeah. Oh, less on the train.
Yeah, so you do see all these awesome bands and stuff already.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky. As in, like, I'd like bigger ones. We don't get massive. All
right, don't get too greedy.
No, we get like the fringe acts, you know.
Right,
We get
okay.
360 and stuff.
Yeah, decent.
360, yeah, right.
Haven't seen him in a while, but would love to see him.
What's he up to these days?
Don't know, didn't go.
Got this one here. This is from Kelly. They can take our tap water for sure. It's good to go.
Just get Pure Tap. It's fine, Kelly.
Yeah.
Come on.
What's wrong with your tap water?
It just tastes a bit funky. Like we get a lot of
You need
interstate
to
people.
You need to
coming
have a
over.
Pure Tap.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Get a lot of interstaters coming over saying this is horrible. You know, we don't really notice. Like, I feel like us freaks here in South Australia are accustomed to the mutated water, but, you know, other people have a problem with it, apparently.
I think it's all right. I haven't noticed it being too funky.
Hey, and to wrap things up, somebody's texted through. Yeah, take Tom and Callum. Yeah.
You taking us?
Yeah, come on.
All right, pack our bags. Tom, I've never heard of this group, but it's almost like Crime Stoppers for toilets. And it's over in Sydney, and it's called Sydney's Waters Toilet Blockers Anonymous Campaign.
Yeah, right.
So
What do they do?
It's a big group over there that tries to sort of reduce the amount of people putting things in the toilet that they shouldn't. That causes a lot of blockages and furthermore, ruins the piping systems around Sydney and all of that.
Yeah, okay, cool. So how do they do that? Do they go, like, run around the sewers or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just with a bunch of plumbing gear going around. They're experts. But yeah, it's around, they've got, there's 3,699 jobs, right, like just this year of like block toilets over there.
Really?
And it's at the cost of, a minimum 917 per choke from January to April this year. So there's a lot of money being put into trying to repair these toilets. A lot of incidences happening.
What kind of things are people flushing down the toilet in Sydney?
This is the really funny bit. So the stats show that 48% of people think it's okay to flush tissues. 22% of people flush hair and think that's all right. Body hair, I'm assuming, maybe hair falls out, whatever, stuff like that. 7% for dental floss and 5% think it's right to put tampons down there.
Yeah,
So,
right.
all different things. And then if you have a look at all the other bizarre things, it's just
I was going to say,
insane.
there's got to be a few bizarre.
But it is just insane. It makes me laugh because, you hear about the occasional kid flushing a goldfish down the toilet, right?
Yeah. What have we
Over
got?
the last 12 months,
Lay it
they've
on
found
me.
kids' toys, vapes, face masks, tea towels, golf balls.
Golf balls.
Who's been golf balls? Do you reckon someone's just slogging them off from their bedroom into their ensuite, trying to get it in the toilet?
I have seen that there is a little golf game you can buy for your bathroom.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so maybe someone got a bit fed up.
Yeah,
threw
mishandling
the
that.
ball down.
Also, jewellery, crayons, and then the weirder one is
Crayons as well.
Yeah,
Why?
crayons.
Who's playing around with crayons on the loo?
Who knows? Why flush them? And then, of course, the dead animals, the pets, the goldfish, all of
Yeah.
that, they're still a staple. They haven't left the toilet scene at all. People are still doing it. So heaps of those. One thing we can pride ourselves on being better than Sydney, Tom, is that we're better at handling our flushing.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
We're the pride of South Australia, and we're known as the Adelaide Crow. We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. The West, red, white, and blue. We're from Tigerland.
Fresh footy tipping on Fresh 92.7. Sponsored by Thirsty Camel.
That's right, Callum. Another round of the AFL has ended, and we need to have a chat about our Fresh 92.7 footy tipping competition to see who is in the lead and who will be taking home that $1,000. All thanks to the legends at Thirsty Camel.
Yeah, I mean, it is crunch time now, Tom. The games are getting pretty intense, a few close scores, even a draw. So I'm keen to see how the tips are affected and who's standing in our top 5.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, another draw. This is a third draw of the
Wild.
year already, and it's only round 11. I don't know what's going on this year. I mean, Collingwood, this is their second draw of the year.
Yeah.
They love a tight game, but geez, come on, guys.
A little too tight. Come on. And as well, Collingwood and Freo, what an interesting one to cop a draw as well. I mean, I had Collingwood tipped, to be fair, for that one.
Yeah, they both ended on 75 points. Next game we're going to talk about is North Melbourne taking on Port Power. And Port won by 59 points there. It was 48 to 107, which means North Melbourne still winless in this season.
Gee, it's a bit hard one to be a North Melbourne fan, hey?
Oh, it'd be heartbreak the last few years, absolutely. Next game to have a chat about is another upset win here. Hawthorn beating Brisbane, 100 to 75. Hawthorn won by 25 points.
You know what? Interesting one there. It's showing that Hawthorn, I mean, obviously lost to Port by 1 point, but they're showing themselves to be a little bit stronger and getting up the ladder there a bit.
Well, I don't know if it says much about Hawthorn. I think it says more about Brisbane and where they're at. That is a grand final side as of last year, and they're sitting, in 13th spot on the ladder. They're behind the Crows even. Yeah, they've had a real tough run at it. And, of course, the Crows, who played yesterday, won by 99 points, 137 to 38, playing under Goanna for Indigenous round.
Huge. One of those ones, the points are so different in comparison that, do you even have fun as a Crows fan when you're there?
Well,
you want a bit of a challenge.
You
want
fun.
some rivalry, but it is fun, I guess, to watch you pummel someone.
It's fun watching your team just lay on the goals. It's entertaining enough. But, by that fourth quarter, you're thinking, geez, do I get a head start on the crowd here?
Sure.
Or what do I do?
I've seen it. I've done it. You know, they're not catching up.
99-point win, which is huge. Now to have a chat about where we're all sitting on the ladder. Hey, Callum, we have stayed stagnant in 270th spot on 63 points. Doesn't sound impressive, but we're only 10 points behind first place.
Excuse me, our boss, Sophie, in the room is laughing at that result. The fact that you said we're in the 200s, it's not funny, and we still have a lot of room to catch up.
There's still plenty of time.
We can still do it. There's heaps of people on the similar score as us.
I mean, if she laughed at that, she'd be laughing at this one. Kale and Mags, they moved to 316th spot
Jesus.
on 62 points.
What are they doing? Bunch of idiots.
All right, settle down. They
Laughable
are upstairs.
indeed.
We have to go
Laughable.
deal with them after this. And then Taylor, she has really slipped. Taylor for your workday sitting in 358th spot on 60 points. Now to have a look at who's winning the competition. It's no surprise here. Kelly R is still right up there on 73 points. She's tied with Zach B or Bucks, who is also there on 73 points. And we got Nick M in third spot on 72, Dane S in tied also on 72, and James J also on 72. That's our top 5 spots right now. It is such a tight competition. Everyone's battling it out for that $1,000 thanks to the legends down at Thirsty Camel.